Hello everyone and welcome to the Call of Overwatch, and in today's video I'm going to be going over a little series that I'm going to start, and then it's going to star each individual hero, and I'm going to go in depth and uncover what makes them special, unique, and different from each and every character. And in today's video I'm going to be talking about my main, Winston. Winston is the scientist monkey from the moon that we see in the game as a tank. He gets his name from the scientist that watched over him as he was a small gorilla. And then, of course, we don't know much about his adolescent years or anything like that. All we know is that he joined Overwatch and became one of the prominent members during the time of Overwatch, and he is very close with it seems May and Tracer, probably very close with Soldier and Mercy as well. um, Winston has a Tesla cannon as his primary weapon. He has a bubble shield as his kind of tanky defensive ability, and he has a uh, jump pack on his back that allows him to jump for great distances, which is about 23 meters. I mean, it just varies depending on your jump, of course. It's all about angle and all that kind of stuff. Um, his jump pack, when you land on someone, does 50 damage. And then, of course, everybody knows of the combo that you can do where he jump packs and melees, and then the jump pack melee, he can just, you know, he can do about 75-ish damage, 80 damage, somewhere in there, because melee for the characters is about 30 damage. And then, of course, his Tesla cannon does 60 damage a second, which is extremely low. It makes it very hard to kill people and to finish people off. But Winston is very, very good at getting very aggressive, even though you're like, well, how could he get aggressive? Um, his his kit doesn't really allow him to do a lot of damage, so how is he supposed to get, like Reaper or Roadhog, like super aggressive like that? Well, Winston is all about diving those heroes that cannot kill him. He can kill a lot of heroes very, very quickly, and he does this through his, of course, jump pack melee land combo with this Tesla cannon, and he does it through jumping in and out of a shield. His Tesla cannon also locks on, and contrary to popular belief, Winston's ability to aim is much harder than it looks. You get ticks. Winston's cannon works in kind of a ticky manner, almost like Anna's gun. It ticks, 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 ticks down, and while someone is strafing and moving, they can get out of the tick for a little bit, or if they're too close, they can kind of skirt around you. Or if it's Tracer, they can run away. Really, Tracer, she can get away and all pretty easily from you. But no, yeah, uh, Winston is not as much a no aim, no brain kind of deal as he is let me think about my positioning and all that kind of thing. Winston's much more about positioning, much more about making sure that you go in at the right time, making sure you don't dive in with the team. So I gave you some of his stats, some of his stats about his bubble, about his jump pack, about his Tesla cannon, kind of how that works, all that kind of stuff. Simple kit, um, and on the surface seems very, very easy to use. Um, and now I'm going to talk about his ultimate. His ultimate ability is his like rage form. When you click it, he goes into rage mode. He loses his Tesla cannon. He gains an increase of about 30% movement speed. Um, and his cooldown on his jump pack is reset and is only 2 seconds now, so he can jump every 2 seconds instead of every six. And of course, his bubble is non-existent. You cannot use this bubble, so if you're going to use this ability, make sure to set your bubble down somewhere. Um, his bubble is very imperative. I'm going to talk more about that in a second, about cooldowns. But in his rage form, his melee goes from 30 to 40, so you're not really going to be killing anybody, but he has a ginormous knockback, um, which allows you to get a lot of environmental kills and all that kind of stuff. Now, with his cooldowns, he has, sorry about that, with his cooldowns, he has a 6 second cooldown on his jump pack. He has a 13-second cooldown on his bubble shield, which is extraordinarily long. But fortunately, they did have a patch where they changed his bubble shield. He's only had like one change in the whole game since it started, which was this, where his bubble shield, you no longer have to wait for it to to die out and then wait for the cooldown. As soon as you set the bubble shield down, the cooldown starts. The bubble shield has 600 damage, 600 HP, and lasts a total of about 6 seconds. Most of the time, it's not going to last that long. Um, six 6 seconds is like, you're lucky if you get like 3 or 4 seconds out of it, just because people or whatever are just dumb. And then he has his Tesla cannon reload, which is like just under a second. It's like 0.9 seconds. And then, of course, the most important part of Winston's kit is his health. He has 500 health, and he has 100 of that is armor. When he goes into rage form, it goes up to 1,000, and he still maintains his 100 armor, which as a Winston player, I wish the armor was more whenever you go to rage form, but it's not. And it's really Winston is one of those characters that you need to dive in with, and to get massive value. He's obviously the best King of the Hill tank, but he's playable on every single map. If you play him right, like you can see right now, I'm playing with a group of friends, and my buddy Jack with is playing Arisa, and then of course we have a Mercy, we have a Lucio. That's my buddy Jake. I play with those guys a lot, and Jackwith plays Arisa, and it's just what we do. I play Winston, he plays Arisa, and Jake plays support, and then we're playing with a Mercy main, and so it's like Winston can play with every single tank on the game, and there is nothing that anybody could do to stop a good Winston player. Um, I haven't been playing Winston, maining Winston very long. Um, I mained him at the beginning of the game for a short period of time, and then I didn't anymore after that. But Winston, you need to take initiative with him, dive in, um, but never make first contact. You always want them to come into you, and then you can dive in past them and get to their back line. Um, with Winston, you never want to be overly aggressive, because of the fact that with the new Junkrat changes and Reaper and all that kind of stuff, they can milt you. And if they focus you, you're dead. You have a big hitbox, a big head hitbox. If they really want to take you out, you're dead. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. Um, Obviously, this is my first one on my favorite hero, Winston. So let me know how I did. If you like them, I'll make more. I plan on making the whole series. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you like the video, leave a like. If you have a suggestion for another hero, please leave a comment on that, and I will do that hero. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out.